Welcome back to the Communicative English course. We will be dealing with Unit 4 and we have built your portfolio in English. Under that, I'll be discussing two subunits. That is, one is how to write a proper headline or title for your e-portfolio, and 4.2 is identify how to use hashtags effectively. Let's move to 4.1, how to design a portfolio cover page. Depending on the industry and the role you are applying for, you may be required to submit a tangible or online portfolio of your work. Along with the contents of your portfolio, you should also include a portfolio cover page that gives recruiters an idea of what to expect before viewing your portfolio. The more you understand how to create a cover page, the greater your chances will be of making a lasting impression on the hiring manager. In this particular session, we will be discussing what a portfolio cover page is and how to design one, with a template and examples to use as a guide. What is portfolio cover page? A portfolio cover page is the top page of your portfolio that gives hiring managers an idea of what they can expect to find inside your portfolio. A well designed cover page grabs their attention and will hopefully get them to view the rest of your portfolio. Since your portfolio showcases your skills and abilities in your field and helps hiring managers determine if you would be a great fit for their company, it's important that your portfolio cover page is compelling enough to make them want to see more of your work. Easily apply to jobs with an Indeed resume, and you need to create your own resume. How to design a portfolio cover page? While there are many templates within word processing programs you can use, designing your own portfolio cover page will better present your skills and personally to recruiters. Remember that your portfolio cover page is a great opportunity to show hiring managers your creativity and overall aesthetic. Here are a few steps to create your portfolio cover page. First and foremost, open a blank document. Create a design. Type the title and your information. The most important thing is proofreading, because it is a proofreading that will take you across to the person whom you are applying. Let us discuss the points one by one. First one, open a blank document. If you're creating your own portfolio cover page, open a blank document in a word processing program like Microsoft Word or design software such as Adobe InDesign. If you decide to use a template, select one from a word processing program. Point number two, create a design. Select or create a design that complements the job you are applying for the accurately, and that should represent the contents of your portfolio. If you are fluent in design software, consider utilizing a program to create an impactful design that showcases your unique skills. If you are a graphic designer, for example, you can use Adobe Illustrator to create a dynamic illustration for your portfolio cover page. This design can then be imported into Adobe InDesign or another design program, where you can continue with the next step by including the text elements of your cover page. If you are using a template, a design will already be provided for you. Once you open a blank document, in the previous step, you will have the option to select from an array of templates. If you want to highlight your projects rather than yourself, find a template that does that. Keep in mind that you can always add to a template to give it more customization. This can include changing the colors used or adding a graphic or photo. Images and graphics. You will also need to determine whether or not you will use a cover image, graphic or photo, or go for a more abstract design. Don't make your design so abstract and far-fetched that it will leave hiring managers confused. If you are using someone else's image or graphic, make sure it is in the public domain and not in the violation of copyrights. Fonts and colors. It's also important to select the fonts and colors you will use. Choose a font that is easy to read and use the 18-point size for the title of your cover page. When deciding on colors, make sure that they are complementary and don't select too many that could be overwhelming. Type the title and your introductory information. That is one of the key points that needs to be kept in mind. You need to type the title properly and the introductory information should be complete. Once you have decided on the font you will use, include title or a name for your portfolio cover page. Remember that the title should be a font size of at least 18 points and larger than the rest of the information you will provide. The title of your portfolio will depend on the type of portfolio you have. For example, if you are a graphic designer, you could title your portfolio Design Portfolio. Whereas if you are a reporter, you can title it Writing Portfolio. You can include your name in the title by naming and make sure it's descriptive and let the hiring manager know what your portfolio is about. Education, experience, or career objective. You should also include additional information such as your name and any qualification details related to your education or experience with a visual element. If you're a recent college graduate, you could include your degree, major or minor, university, and the year you graduated. If you're including your work experience, you could write a brief sentence with your main strengths, or you could write a career objective related to the position for which you are applying. Contact information. In addition, it's important to include your contact information toward the bottom of your cover page. This should be in a font size smaller than the title, but large enough to easily read. The most important thing that I would suggest is to proofread. Before submitting your portfolio, give an extra glance over your cover page. Make sure it conveys the message you want it to and that it's free from any grammar or spelling errors. Determine whether the design you have chosen properly showcases your skills and abilities. Doing this will increase your chances of employers opening your portfolio and will make you seem more professional. Consider the job and company. Before you begin designing your portfolio cover page, consider the industry you are in, the company you are applying to, and the job itself. Your cover page shouldn't just be a reflection of your skills. It should also be consistent with the style of work you will be doing in this new position if hired. Understand what the employer will want to see and what projects you want to highlight. Focus on the best projects that relate to the company you ultimately would like to work for. Show your personality. When you design your portfolio cover page, make sure to show your personality so hiring managers can determine if you would fit in with their company culture. Consider the colors and fonts you are using and create a bold statement through the design of your cover page that will make a positive impression on hiring managers. However, do keep it professional. Keep it simple. As you design your cover page, make sure you don't overdo it. Avoid a complicated layout and design and focus on showcasing your project and work. Consider using a couple of project thumbnails on your cover page instead of writing them all along one line. Be consistent. It's important that your cover page is well formatted, organized, and consistent. Stick to the same color scheme throughout and make it feel cohesive overall. Create consistency through the same visual elements, colors, shapes, backgrounds, or other elements. Maintain the same style throughout. Next is how to use hashtags effectively. The effective use of hashtags will make a lot of difference. First of all, let me discuss with you what's a hashtag. It's a pound symbol on your keyboard and it's also called an octothorpe, and it was initially used to mark numbers. They were first used as hashtags in the summer of 2007 by Chris Messina. That is when the web marketing specialist walked into Twitter's offices with an idea. Because of the platform's brevity, he suggested that the company start using the pound symbol to all the group related tweets together. Most of us know what hashtags were in 2016. However, not everyone knows how to use hashtags well. When used properly, hashtags that help categorize social media and content would make your job easier and also for the user to find related content. They can help increase the visibility of your messages and boost your social shares. When used inappropriately, however, they can negatively impact your credibility on social media. This can have the inverse effect of decreasing your social activity. So the issue is more complicated when we look at stuff used beyond Twitter, where they are almost very popular. Here is a picture of what I discussed just now of Chris Messina's hashtag. This was the first ever use of the hashtag. Since then, the use of hashtags, their reach and their effectiveness has only grown. Think of hashtags as a way to connect social media content to a specific topic, event, theme of conversation. They also make it easier to discover posts around those specific topics because hashtags aggregate all social media content with that same hashtag. They are not just for Twitter anymore either. Hashtags are effective on other social media platforms too. Let us learn a few basics of hashtag. They always start with two vertical lines and two horizontal lines, but they won't work if you use spaces, punctuations, or symbols in between. Make sure your accounts are public, otherwise, the hashtag content you write won't be seen by any non followers. Don't string too many words together. The best hashtag tends to be relatively short and easy to remember. Use relevant and specific hashtags. If it is too obscure, it will be hard to find and it won't likely be used by other social media users. Limit the number of hashtags you use. More isn't always better. It actually looks spammy. Now, my next question to all of us is why should we use hashtags? Increased engagement with your followers, including hashtags in your posts, mean taking part in a conversation happening on that social media platform. And most importantly, it makes your post visible in that conversation. This can lead to greater engagement, boosting your brand's social media engagement through likes, shares, comments, and new followers. Creating a branded hashtag can be an effective way to promote your business and drive conversation. It is an opportunity to build your brand. So, for example, the Raptors branded hashtag, that is hash with a knot, lit up during the team's winning 2019 season. It has a universal appeal and was one of the most used hashtags by Canadians in the first half of 2019. A way to show support for social issues using a hashtag that's connected to an issue beyond your brand is a way to mobilize behind an important cause or issue. For example, hash each for equal and hash IWD 2020 were used across social media platforms, including LinkedIn on International Women's Day. Brands can also create a branded hashtag that also shows its connection to a social issue. For example, the Canadian telecommunications company Bell uses the branded hashtag hash Bell Let's Talk to promote mental health awareness. Next is to add context to a social media post. On Twitter, you don't have lots of space to write a caption. You have just 280 characters to be precise. On Instagram, longer captions aren't always the most effective. Same with Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, or any other platform. Sometimes less is more. Using a hashtag can be a simple way to contextualize what you're talking about without using up valuable characters or writing repetitive captions. For example, NASA celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing in July 2019. Using the hashtag Apollo 50th was a part of its digital campaigning. Hashtag helps your target audience find you. On Instagram and LinkedIn, users can follow hashtags as well as other users. Using a few popular hashtags can be another way to help new users find your brand. For example, if you use travel on your Instagram post, someone who follows that hashtag will see your recent post in their feed. You might gain some new followers this way. What hashtags to use? Or the 6 ways to find the best ones. To find hashtags that are specific to your brand, your industry, your audience, you will have to do a little research. First and foremost, monitor social media influencers and competitors. Start by doing a competitive analysis on social media. Gather intel about your competitors and any relevant influencers within your brand's niche. Make note of which hashtags they use most often and how many hashtags they use in each of their posts. This will help you learn how your competitors are engaging with your shared target audience and which keywords they tend to use. Use hashtagify.me. Hashtagify.me helps you find the best Twitter hashtags or Instagram hashtags for your brand. With this tool, you can search any hashtag and see how popular it is. For example, if you search the popularity of hash springtime, you will get results showing you this hashtag's overall popularity, its recent popularity, and the trends for the month and week. Know which hashtags are trending. Right tag, RITE, right tag lets you type your social media caption into the text bar and upload the photo you will pair with your caption. Right tag generates trending hashtag suggestions based on your content. You will see the best hashtags to get your post seen immediately as well as hashtags to get your post seen over time. Click Get Report for detailed analysis on the hashtag it displays. Get a social media listening tool. A tool like Hootsuite that we discussed in one of the earlier slides lets your brand use search streams to discover which hashtags are the best for all the social networks it uses. Simply search stream makes it easy to see which hashtags are the most popular and the most effective. Here, the sway links to both the subunits have been shared. You can have access to the sway links. With this, we have come to an end of the session. Kindly watch all the videos embedded in the MS Sway. Happy learning, have a great day, and stay safe. Thank you.